Hey guys, what is up? It's Wigwam here, back with another episode of games you should probably not play if you thought Guitar Hero was too hard. Today's special guest star is literally anybody except this guy. So a few months ago, I picked up a game called Neon Drive for about $10 on Steam with the full intention of reviewing it for this channel. However, then I got backed up, time got away from me, and the game went mostly under the radar, so I just kinda let the review go. But then I saw the rhythm game Thumper come out on Steam for $20, and I had to know what made this game twice as valuable as Neon Drive. So today we're gonna sit down and compare these games element by element to see which one is really better. It's Neon Drive versus Thumper in my first versus review. First, let's introduce each game separately. Neon Drive is an arcade-style rhythm racer. As soon as you jump into the game, all the levels are available for you to play. You will have to unlock hard mode by beating normal mode on each level, but apart from that, you're pretty much good to go. Neon Drive has 7 levels, all of which start with the same left-right rhythm driving game, and then about halfway through the level transform into something else, whether it be a different style of driving game, or a jet flying game, or a platforming level where you're a transformer. Don't ask me why, I'm just here to review the games. Thumper, on the other hand, has you playing as a space beetle hurtling through the void and fighting maniacal giant heads from the future. It also calls itself a violence rhythm game, which I'm not sure is a real genre, but hey, I'm not here to assume anyone's genre. Instead of being an arcade game, it plays out more like an adventure game. Each level consists of many sub-levels, a boss fight, and a final boss fight. Each subsequent level adds new elements to gameplay and turns up the pace just a little bit each time. You start Thumper feeling like, alright, this is easy, I got this. And then pretty much 4 levels later, you're like, somebody slow the nightmare train down! Aesthetics. Visually, both of these games have impressive and unique art styles. Neon Drive has gone with an 80s theme that looks like an orgy love child of neon and color. Backgrounds are at times stunning, but simplistic enough as to not distract from the gameplay itself. The cars all have that perfect 80s look, like they exclusively shopped at a car dealership for vehicles that were used in Miami Vice. It's impressive, beautiful, and any of the artwork in this game would look great as a desktop background or an actual wall poster. Thumper, however, has gone with a style that I would describe more as how someone who had smoked way too much weed would describe the time that they did way too much acid. It's a surreal world that would make Salvador Dali question what the hell is going on. You follow along a track while blasting through obstacles. Sometimes the track expands to be multiple lanes, but for the most part you're on a single lane, slamming through tight turns and obliterating obstacles in your path. At the end of each level you fight a different maniacal head from the future. The art style is good for what it is, but I have to give the edge here to Neon Drive. Music. These are both rhythm games, so the music can pretty much make or break the game here. Thumper goes with a non-traditional track list. Each level has its own original score that consists of driving drum beats and the occasional haunting note. It plays well into the game though, helping you keep the pace when you're moving at breakneck speeds through a variety of obstacles. I wouldn't be downloading Thumper's OST anytime soon, but it gets the job done certainly. Neon Drive soundtrack on the other hand is so good, I was listening to it while writing this video and jamming out to it. Neon Drive goes with a track list that fits with the rest of its 80s theme, and it is awesome! It is a love letter to the keyboard and driving guitar solos that defined a generation. The kind of love letter that the 80s is gonna take and keep in a box long after they've broken up, and you can bet yourself that Neon Drive is getting a special treat when they get home. Yes, Neon Drive is get a blowjob from your significant other on a Tuesday night kinda good. Gameplay. While a game is definitely a combination of a lot of different elements, at its very heart it comes down to the gameplay. Amazing aesthetics and presentation mean nothing if the underlying game is not fun to play. Neon Drive is fun to play. Thumper, however, is really fun to play. See what I did there? Classic misdirection. Neon Drive 7 levels all play pretty similarly. You're just dodging left to right as obstacles coming from in front of you, and then on the latter half you're doing the same thing but with a twist. Whether the twist is you're falling down, obstacles are coming from behind you, or you have twice as many lanes to be driving in, they all boil down to the same basic mechanic. Neon Drive is a game that only takes a few hours to beat and only a few more to master. Because Neon Drive bases its levels on the song being played in the level, there's not a lot of variation from playthrough to playthrough. Randomly generated levels, or being able to add your own music and have levels generate off of that, would have added infinite hours of gameplay. but that's just not how Neon Drive works. Because of this, you're only going to get a few hours out of Neon Drive. Already right out of the gate, there's just more game in Thumper. It's just a much longer and more complicated game. Thumper is a game that knows how to build on itself. Sure, Thumper starts out easy enough, but give it 3 or 4 levels and there will be throwing a veritable shitstorm at you with level 5 shit NATOs touching down and high 90-mile-per-hour shit winds causing major property damage up and down the coast. That one goes out to Jim Leahy. May you be drunk in peace. Thumper's gameplay gives you just enough time to feel like you've mastered a skill before throwing a new one at you and knocking you off of your high horse. Thumper balances this out with a checkpoint system that is quick, easy, and stops the game from feeling overly punishing. You messed up? That's cool. Jump right back into it and try again. The controls are absolutely perfect. They're tight, responsive, and deep. The game even goes so far to reward perfect timing in addition to just surviving. It comes back to what I talked about in my Tailwind review. Thumper allows you to be just good enough at the game to survive, but if you really want to master the game, you're gonna have to work for it. The game is difficult, but there are rewards for practicing and becoming perfect. Thumper offers a level of depth in its difficulty that Neon Drive just cannot come close to. So who's the winner? Well, if you have it in you, I would play both games. But if you're looking for a gold medal to get awarded here, then I'm gonna have to give it to Thumper. While Neon Drive may have the edge in its presentation, Thumper's just more fun to play. It's not that Neon Drive isn't fun, it's just that Thumper is a lot more fun. I love the adventure style progression to the gameplay in Thumper. I love the level of depth in the difficulty that allows you to become perfect if you want to, but you don't have to. I love the way that it adds new challenges to you, and I love the way that it keeps building upon itself. Honestly, just talking about it during this review has made me want to go play more Thumper. But hey, that's just my opinion. Have you played either or both of these games already? Let me know down below in the comments as to what you thought. As always, if this is your first video here, why don't you subscribe for some more Wigwam content? I'm always putting out new reviews and top list and whatever I feel like, really, who knows. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. That kind of thing does help me out a ton. And as always, thank you to my subscribers with all of your beautiful faces that have returned yet again. I love you guys. I love all of your beautiful faces, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Today's coffee mug was Jack Daniels, because sometimes you need coffee to kickstart your day, and other times you need Jack Daniels to kick your day in the face.